Welcome, foolish mortals.
Time to be turning around. If only you could.
Cause this here's the wildest ride in the wilderness!
Hey, Henry, what's holding you up? Let's get on with the show. We can't hang around here all day.
Ladies and gents, this is the moment you've waited for.
There's no turning back now.
This is the greatest show!
It's coming on the lights. With the runaways are running tonight. Impossible comes true. It's taking over you. This is the greatest show.
Now it's time for the WDW Beyond the Gates podcast with your hosts, Michael Hurley and Gary Aruda. That's right. This is the WDW Beyond the Gates podcast, episode number 553, recorded from the D. Fauntleroy Studios in Kent County, Rhode Island, in sunny Southwest Florida. I'm your host, Gary, joined as always by my co-host and my cousin, Mike, down in Florida. How you doing today, Michael?
I'm doing okay.
What's happening?
Not much. Not much at all.
Not a lot going on down in your neck of the woods.
No. How about you?
No, I'm miserable now. Daylight savings.
Yeah, it's bad, isn't it?
Gets dark at like 4:45, 5 o'clock.
Ooh.
It's all downhill. Like, who cares if it's going to be in the 70s all week? It's going to be dark when I get out of work now.
Yeah, and then it goes downhill. I mean, Christmas is miserable.
Fast.
Oh, it's bad. It goes bad. It's bad.
Like, I don't mind. We've talked about this in the past. Like, I can get through November and December because you have Christmas and stuff to look forward to.
And you do the bowl games, and then that's about it.
And then I have nothing to look forward to until March Madness, because that's like the beginning of the light at
Longer
the end of the
days and the snow melting.
Yeah, I mean,
it's bad. This is a bad day. I agree with you.
Yeah, daylight savings is not something I look forward to. It's the beginning of the end. I got to clean up the stupid leaves. I hate doing that.
But you don't throw temper tantrums, do you?
No, not too much.
You don't smash the rake or anything?
I don't smash the rake. I just don't like it.
It's a dumb chore, isn't it?
It's very dumb.
It's the dumbest chore there is.
I'll probably just start throwing money at it.
If you think, you're just going to hire somebody to just do a clean up right before Thanksgiving, I don't blame you. Because that in shoveling snow are two of the biggest waste of times there is.
Yeah.
Because we do neither in Florida.
True.
And we don't cut. I haven't cut the grass since before the hurricane.
Yeah, so you'll have to cut it a couple times over the winter, but not.
Yeah, it needs to be cut now, but it's not like I used to. You go into twice a week,
right?
In May, June, July, and August.
Yeah, and I would trade it in a heartbeat, but
in a heartbeat, because cutting grass is way better than shoveling snow, isn't it?
I don't mind cutting grass. Yeah,
I actually enjoy it. Throw on a good podcast. Listen to the Addicted to DVC podcast.
Oh, that's a good one.
We have a great show coming up too with our buddy Bob Ferrari.
That's a great name.
Up in Massachusetts, who has a great what's the website? DVC
for
less.com. We use that website to buy our newest resale contract. So go ahead and listen to that. That comes on Wednesday morning.
Very good, very good.
Addicted to DVC podcast.
But, this week, we're going to be talking some Walt Disney World news, it looks like.
Yeah.
You wanted to do a news show. You had some things on your mind you wanted to talk about, get out to the masses. What did you want to start with? Anything in particular?
No, go ahead. You have all the articles. What do you want to start with?
I think the first one, which just came out not that long ago, a couple days ago, but Walt Disney World announced that they're going to be closing down Big Thunder Mountain Railroad for a long refurbishment.
Yeah, doing a new ride track?
That's what it says. Did I
read that correctly? That doesn't seem like something that they would be willing to do.
Yeah, I don't know, unless it's just
a little bit of money.
I was going to say, unless it's unsafe, but why would they keep it open for another 2 months if it's unsafe?
Right.
So it's closing on January 5th, and it will not reopen until 2026. They said it could be a 14-month refurb for this.
Wow.
which is crazy. That's basically like building a brand new attraction at that point.
Yeah, no kidding.
Which it's fine. There hasn't been a major. I can't remember the last big ride that's gone down for that long.
No.
Like, unless it's totally a redo, but nothing like that. Like, obviously, Test Track when they rethemed it.
Be nice if they redid some of the parts from inside that they have out in California.
Maybe that's what they're going to do. They're going to update some of the features because they did a long refurb. Right? They did a long refurb on the California one a few years ago.
Okay.
And that kind of brought it up to that. So maybe they're going to bring it to that level. But that's one of my favorites. Hopefully they don't mess anything up.
Yeah, you're right.
Good. I mean, it's not like they're going to reroute the track. It's just going to replace it if it's wear and tear, right? If that's really what's going to happen, and then do some new show elements.
Yeah, maybe make it a little smoother. I don't know what they can do with it.
Make the queue a little better or something. Update the queue. But I don't mind that. I don't have a problem with that. It happens. Stuff closes down for refurbs. There's nothing you can do. They got Splash Mountain or Tiana's open again. So at least there's something in that part, and then they're going to be expanding. I wonder if it has anything to do with the potential expansion.
I think it does.
To make way for infrastructure behind it and things like that.
Yep. Yeah, I think that's pretty much the case. Yeah, they're going to refurb it, but I think that the major reason why they're closing it down is for the new.
To make way for stuff to happen. Yeah. That makes sense. Speaking of major refurbishments, they also have a phased closure of Dino Land in Animal Kingdom. We heard all the rumors and the stuff that's going to be happening in Animal Kingdom in the coming years. They're turning Dino Land into the tropical Americas, and it sounds like they're going to start closing in December some of the things, but it looks like through the end of the year, the restaurants and stuff are going to be open, and then they're going to start closing things down, like the Primeval World, the Dumbo ride with the dinosaurs, and then the dig site. But Restaurantosaurus is still open, and Dinosaur is still open for now. And obviously they're going to have to close all of it to replace it, but they're going to do it in phases to leave as much open as they can, which again, I'm fine with. I never really cared. I know there's some people that are like, oh, Dino Land is great. It tells a story, and that's fine. It does. I get it. I understand what they were going for, and there's a lot of theming elements in there that go unnoticed, but if you have to read a research paper before to know what the theming elements are, is it really that well themed? It looks like you're walking through a parking lot, right?
Yeah.
I get there's a story to it and everything, but I don't know. It was too much, and there's nothing there now. They closed that roller coaster that was there. There's a little spinny ride. Dinosaur is off in the corner. No one cares about that. That thing's in major need of some TLC. So they're going to turn that into Indiana Jones. They're going to redo the rest of the land. It's going to be completely different, but at least they're not I don't think they're taking away anything major with this refurb. I just hope it doesn't take 10 years. I think you would think they could be able to get this done. I mean, Universal built a theme park in 3 years, right?
Yeah, let's not use.
You think they'd be able to? You'd think they'd be able to build a land in a couple of years, but who knows?
Yeah, let's not use them.
No, we can't.
Don't compare Disney to the new gold standard, okay?
Now this is one that I'm sure you are very excited about. The Walt Disney World Swan and Dolphin has announced a $275 million transformation that will include an expansion of 120,000 square feet of event space and renovation of guest rooms at the Swan Hotel. So the official announcement says the Walt Disney World Swan and Dolphin announced the largest renovation and expansion in the property's history, highlighted by the addition of 120,000 square feet of event space to its current meeting and convention floor plan. The entire project is an investment of $275 million over the next several years and will also include modernized upgrades to existing meeting spaces and Swan guest rooms and technology enhancements throughout the property. The expansion will bring the triplex's total meeting space to 469,000 square feet between its three buildings, the Swan, Dolphin, and Swan Reserve, to go with its 2,619 guest rooms, making it one of the largest convention properties on the East Coast. The additional space will expand the hotel's largest contiguous event space to 175,000 square feet, making it among the largest hotel spaces in the country. We look forward to delivering such a major transformation for our customers. These enhancements will be a great addition to our iconic and award-winning operation, said Area General Manager Sean Verney. It will position our property to remain at the forefront of meeting and convention venues globally.
Yeah.
So it sounds like they're going full throttle into the convention stuff.
I mean, have you walked through their convention area?
No.
I mean, it's just massive. It's massive. Yeah, you've never stayed there. So when you park your car and you walk in on that ground level, you can either walk through the lobby, you can walk through the convention area. It's just massive.
Yeah,
I mean,
guess
it
so.
makes the contemporary look small. And I mean, that's what they're going. They're going full throttle into the convention. I mean, Central Florida is one of the best areas to have conventions.
Yes,
I
it's
mean,
easy to get
San
in and out of,
Diego,
tons of flights.
and
Yeah.
easy. A lot of the majority is going to be on the Eastern time zone. You know, a lot of the big businesses
Yeah, yep.
are
Absolutely.
easy to get to. It's such a great convention hotel.
The only thing that's surprising to me is that I know the Orlando Convention Center that's closer to the airport is one of the bigger ones around too. Like,
Yeah,
does
that's not the one that's over by the Marriott, is it? As you come into property, or
yeah,
I might be
it's
thinking of a
kind
different
of
one.
near the
But
mall. You know the Florida Mall over there?
I don't think I've ever been there. But
Okay. It's in that general vicinity. But that's a huge convention center. But this is more, I don't know. I'd rather go to a convention at Disney property. You bring your family and stuff.
yeah, I mean, when you had your work convention a couple years ago, obviously you'd much rather have it at the Swalfin.
Oh yeah, of course.
And it, like you said, you could, if it's, a time of year where kids are out of school or whatever, but to stay there with all the, you get done at 5, do a little work event from 5 to 6, and then you can have family time and
Right,
hang around the
exactly.
boardwalk, or it's fantastic. Great location.
Yeah, I agree. They didn't add any rooms though. Sounds like. They're just
Yeah, it didn't sound like they were,
refurbing.
which would be kind of difficult, I would think.
I guess, and plus I don't think
You
they
could add
sell out
maybe a
that
wing or
regularly anyway.
two.
Yeah. But that's interesting to see that they're really kinda, I don't know how they're expanding it that much. Like, where's that space coming from? Are they
I don't know.
converting other space into it, or are they, like, building more out, like, taking parking away and building a structure?
Yeah, I think that's what from what I read, it sounded more like that because I'm trying to think. It's not like the contemporary with Bay Lake Tower, but it seems like they're going to have more.
Oh, yeah, it
Either
says it
common
here in this
areas to
article.
walk.
It says a new 2-story annex will be constructed
Yeah, the
connecting to
annex
the
that I
hotel's
read.
existing convention space.
Yep.
It will offer 41,000 square feet of multi-purpose space and 24,000 square feet of additional pre-function space on the first floor. Yeah, so it's an annex, so it's going to be out and connected to it, kind of.
Kind of like the Bay Lake Tower to the Contemporary or the Grand Floridian to their DVC tower.
Yeah,
right? Kind of
guess
similar
so.
to that, like a little covered
Seems like
walkway.
it. Yeah, that's the impression I get. But I don't know. Any other thoughts on that? I don't have. I mean,
I mean,
it's kind of out of sight, out of mind. Doesn't affect
yeah, it
us
kind of is.
as
No,
park goers.
I think anytime the Swan and Dolphin do good things, it makes things better for Disney as far as competition.
Yeah. The other thing I wanted to talk about is I saw this come out a few days ago that Satu'li Canteen is bringing breakfast back at Animal Kingdom for quick serve.
Okay.
And I wanted to talk about it with you a little bit because at first I was like, oh, who really cares? But another cheap breakfast. But then I looked at the options and they're unique and they sound really good.
All
Really
right, let's
good.
hear about it.
So there's 4 entrees. So it's not a ton of choices, but there's 4 decent, unique entrees. Now, this is a quick service. The first one is a slow roasted pork shoulder potato hash served with chorizo sausage and a charred onion sauce, $13.29.
You
Sounds
said
pretty good.
one word there that
Chorizo.
hooked me. Yeah.
And then for the people with the nice sweet tooth, they have a cinnamon French toast with a blueberry cream cheese passion fruit anglaise and sausage for $12.99.
That sounds amazing, doesn't it?
It's different. It's not just the Mickey waffle, right? It's perfect.
Right.
This one, parts $14.29, a frittata and beef, a vegetable and goat cheese frittata with wood-fired beef tossed in chimichurri.
Oh yeah.
So you're getting like a goat cheese vegetable omelet and steak. So it's like steak and eggs, $14.29.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
And then for the light eaters in the group for $11.99, there's a tropical Pandoran forest fruit. So it's like a fruit plate with yogurt, oatmeal, and honey for $11.99.
That sounds nice too.
All 4 of those sound great, don't they?
Especially after like having like an ohana the night before or a big heavy dinner when I'm in the mood for something light.
Yeah. And if you're really like in the mood for, you get the fruit plate and then someone gets like the French toast, you kind of
And
split
you can
them.
split it. Yeah. Yep. Those
Kids
are
meal.
great offerings.
Yeah, I mean that's fantastic, isn't it? For
Great
a quick
price
serve?
points. Yeah, absolutely.
You know what I like? I'm always thinking I have the dining plan in my head. That's not a bad use of a dining plan credit for breakfast for $14.99.
No, absolutely not.
And I think you could, if you really wanted to start off your day, you could get the cocktails they have there too, because they serve a margarita. I'm assuming they would. It's on the menu, right? They'd serve it for breakfast with that dining plan. Why not?
Are you allowed a cocktail for the quick service? You are, right?
Yeah, we got
Yeah?
the bloodies with breakfast. I know that was a sit down, but the quick serves you can get cocktails as well.
Yeah, that's right. I forgot about that.
That could be a really good use of a dining credit for breakfast if you can get the cocktail as well. So I thought that was interesting. I'm always happy to see new breakfast choices.
Yeah, I absolutely.
And they've revamped some of the quick serve menus, but none really stuck out to me as much as this one did. There's one other thing that excited me because I saw it, and they're talking about 7 new experiences for EPCOTS International Festival of the Holidays parts.
Ooh.
7 new experiences this year. So this is in addition to everything. They have the food festival, they have the cookie stroll, candlelight processional. That's all stuff we know about.
Yep.
So these are 7 new experiences. Let me list these to you and see which ones jump out, because I think there's a few that you're going to like.
Okay.
The first one, I think this is the main attraction. This year, the creative minds at the Epcot Festival team and Walt Disney Imagineering paired up with the delicious skills of the Epcot pastry team to create something truly grand and miraculous. An 8-foot tall gingerbread display inspired by Spaceship Earth. The geodesic sphere, made up of hundreds of handcrafted gingerbread triangles, will be on display inside Communicore Hall for all guests to see and enjoy throughout the festival. And just like its park icon counterpart, the gingerbread version will also light up and dance to music periodically throughout the day. You can discover the next Dancing Lights performance of this tasty creation with a countdown courtesy of the Celebration Countdown presented by Citizen. So it's going to be a gingerbread Spaceship Earth that lights up and has like the music projections and stuff.
That's pretty cool, isn't it?
That's awesome. I love all the gingerbread displays. Those things are like, they blow my mind that they make that stuff happen with gingerbread. So
it's crazy.
Getting Spaceship Earth, even better. That's awesome.
Yep. Where are they displaying that? Did it say?
Communicore Hall.
Oh, okay. Yep, you did say that.
And now also in Communicore Hall, you can take in, have a stroll around Communicore Hall and take in beautiful seasonal decor inspired by the unique design of Epcot. Enjoy an enchanting forest with the glittering grove presented by Balsam Hill, where twinkling trees will bring festive flair. So they're going to have a bunch of Christmas trees set up in there as well, all decorated and lit up.
Very nice.
So that sounds pretty cool in Communicore Hall. I love that. They have some festival merchandise. I don't know if that's one of the 7 new things, but they have specific festival merchandise as always. There's 2 new holiday kitchens at Communicore Hall. So one is the experimental prototype cookies of tomorrow, and they'll be serving cookies.
It's a nice little spin.
Yeah, and then they have the favorites of festivals past. So that's going to have some old school festival items that are no longer on the menus at this little place. So this is all in the new Communicore building that they just opened this summer. So a couple new kitchens there. And right outside of Communicore Hall in the plaza, you'll find a new complimentary activity that is perfect for kids of all ages: snowflake decorating. Add this to your list of festival fun to do with the family, along with catching performances of holiday storytellers around World Showcase and enjoying the lights. While you're enjoying creating a snowflake or two, you can listen to the spirited performances of Joyful, a celebration of the season, as they perform in their all-new location at Communicore Plaza. So there's going to be that's that new small stage over there as well. So they're going to have like holiday concerts there. You can create a snowflake. So that's a cool little activity. This one actually might be my favorite because, as you know, I'm a candle nerd, right? I love the scents.
Yeah.
So listen to this.
We just got a package from Yankee Candle.
Oh, really?
Yeah, oh, yeah.
We're going there Saturday, Pards, for our annual sojourn.
There you go. I like it. I like it.
Seasonal scents. Along the walkway between the Imagination Pavilion and World Showcase, stop by to see an all-new seasonal display open to all guests throughout the festival. Festive fragrances presented by Scentsy is a gift for the senses. You can stroll through a snow globe garden inspired by Scentsy's seasonal aromas. Guests who visit Communicore Hall can purchase some of their favorite fragrances, reliving the festival experience long after their vacation. So it's going to be like snow globes, but there's going to be different smells like pumped in. So they'll probably have like gingerbread and cedar and all that. I love that. That's cool.
Oh, yeah. I like that too.
Just little things, like you want to go at Christmas time and you want different things to happen.
Just give us a little more.
So I really like it because none of these things, I didn't expect any of them.
Right.
Like that Communicore Hall, like when it first opened, everyone was making fun of it. It looks like a college like cafeteria or whatever they said.
Mm-hmm.
But if they're putting the giant like gingerbread Spaceship Earth in there and like a bunch of Christmas trees and a display, like that's pretty cool. At least they're doing something with it.
Right.
Maybe I'll be underwhelmed when I see it, but I have pretty good expectations for it. Hopefully it'll look really cool.
Yeah, I'll definitely give it a shot.
Why not, right? Plus, Epcot's fantastic at Christmas, isn't it?
It's amazing. It's amazing at Christmas.
They all are, though. All 4 parks really do a good job at Christmas, I think.
I think it. Is it Epcot or Magic Kingdom? I don't know. We can.
But I like
have that
Hollywood
one.
Studios decorations the best, I think.
I like their decorations, but park wise, I don't know.
I agree.
Candlelight procession. It's just. It's
I mean,
Epcot.
that is
Epcot
yeah.
for me.
Candlelight procession is pretty good. But I don't really have anything. Any other news? Is there anything else that I missed on here? Anything you wanted to touch upon?
No, there was a rumor about
Okay.
them shutting down the Magic Band 1.0
Okay.
back from 2014. And again, it's a rumor, but why would they be doing this?
Are they shutting it down, or are they stopping selling the old version and they're only going to sell the new version?
From what I read, it looked like they were shutting it down.
So if you
'Cause I
have
don't
one, it
think-
won't
do they
work
sell
anymore.
1.0?
Yeah, you can still buy them. Not many, but you can still buy the old ones.
Okay.
It's weird. You would think because people can use their phones, you can use the actual card. Like, why wouldn't you just let that technology stay if people have them?
Exactly.
It's the same exact thing. It's an RFID chip that they could put that's in the Magic Band. So I don't see why they would take it away. But I mean, they've done crazier things. Remember the old school 1.0 where they were like flat? They didn't even have like the circle in the middle at first.
No, I don't.
Oh, you would if you saw it, you'd remember.
Yeah, this says rumor all Magic Band 1.0 devices to be deactivated.
Interesting.
Soon.
I mean, it doesn't really bother me or affect me if it goes away. I don't use the old ones.
But my question is why? Because if you have now you're charging. Like if you want to get rid of the old and in with the new, back when you used to go on vacations and they'd mail them to you,
yeah,
that's one thing. But now, if you're like your dad, who has his old gray 1.0, and he's like, I'm not buying the new ones. Why am I going to spend $50 for something that I already have like 20 of these?
Yeah.
Why? I don't understand why you're deactivating them. Because the people who are using the 1.0s aren't using their cell phones. Like you and I
he'll
have
just
the
have
Magic Band Pluses. So like we have a million different ways that we can activate getting into the parks or into our hotel rooms.
Yeah, he'll just
But
have
what-
to have a card, right?
Yeah, so now you have to have a card, so you got to leave it in your wallet.
Yeah. I don't think it's. I mean, I see the rumors, but I also see going back, like if you look at the date of some of these rumors, they're February, they're May. I think these rumors pop up every once in a while, and maybe it's more they're not selling the old version anymore, or they're not
Yeah,
going
it
to
could be.
support the old version, but they'll still work.
My only concern is I think they want to go away from these Magic Bands.
Altogether?
Yes.
Even the new ones that they sell the crap out of?
Everything is on this stupid phone. I don't understand why they would want you to be on your phone, because I love the Magic Bands.
Yes.
And a lot of people use their phones. I think it's a pain to use your phone. Because number one, if you don't have a good Wi-Fi connection or a good internet connection, you can't get into your room. So I like
That's
just
true.
having this thing on my wrist and getting into my room and using it for. I don't use fast.
It's so easy because even if you have like things in your hands, you just have to point
It's
it there
just
and it
easy.
opens.
It's
Yeah.
easy. And they spent all this money for this technology. Why do you want it on the phone?
I understand being able to access it on the phone. Like if you can't force people to buy these Magic Bands, so you have to give them other ways to do it. But
It's nice to have it both ways. Trust me, I like it.
look at all the people that have these stupid things on their wrists. Even now that they don't come with, everyone still wears them.
Gary,
8 out of 10 people wear them, so they're just going to stop selling something.
Nobody in California, because they don't have this.
Yeah.
So I couldn't use it for the hotel rooms, but I could use it at the parks. And Susie and I, because that's a local park, we're the only two with these stupid things on our wrists. Because then when we went back to the Grand Californian, we had to pull out the card to get into the room. But they still don't even have this technology that works at both parks.
Right. Which is crazy.
Which is crazy to me. But yeah, I look around, I'm like, nobody here has the Magic Band. Well, because they don't work.
Yeah, they don't even have it set up for it.
Right.
They still take your picture and stuff.
Right. It's not set up. It's so bizarre to me.
But they're not going to get rid of it. It's a moneymaker.
Yeah, I think
the amount of people that go in that place. I know you're saying in California they don't sell them, but in Orlando they do, and they sell a lot of them.
It's like jewelry.
Yeah, they're $50 a piece.
Yeah,
everyone has it.
And I have 10 of them, and I want an 11. You know, if they started going if they started going resort specific, of course you're buying home resorts.
Yeah, they have a Grand Floridian one.
Yeah, I have a Grand Floridian. I don't have a Plus, but I have a Grand Floridian. I don't have a But you want an Animal Kingdom in Saratoga, don't you?
Yeah, the Plus for sure. I mean, I have the DVC one, and they came out with a new DVC one. I almost bought it when I was there in July.
Yeah, I get it. It's a collectible. It's ridiculous, but you just.
I mean, I bought it.
Whatever.
I bought an Orange Bird one because I like Orange Bird. It was on sale. I don't need it. Do I need 2 of those stupid things?
It makes it so that was like the most brilliant thing when you saw how much they spent on that. It makes it so freaking easy to spend your money with that stupid thing.
Well, that's the other thing too. It's just fantasy money.
1, 2, 3, 4 with your your code, and bill that to my credit card.
Yeah. And even I keep talking about with the dining plan. If you have the dining plan, you just have to scan that and type in the PIN.
So easy.
It's ridiculous.
So easy.
They're not going to take it away. Rumors are rumors. You'll see that stuff, and I have a hard time believing it because just for financial reasons. The infrastructure is already there. They just sell the stupid plastic now. They make a 90% margin on those things. They're not going to stop selling them. And I'll end up buying more because now my daughters are going to want different ones. Oh, I already have the print, All right, fine. When we make a stay, you get a discount on the Magic Band. Let's see which one you want to buy,
Oh, I agree. Yeah, no doubt.
The stupidest thing.
It's a great product.
Yeah.
Even
when they were free, we were buying them because okay, you get the free plain one, but
blue one, right?
But I want the Donald Duck one. I want the Figment one. So yeah, it's a moneymaker.
You know what it is? It's identifying who you are. It's like back when I was a kid, I wore a Red Sox t-shirt and a URI t-shirt because I wanted to identify that I was from New England, and then that I would be able to strike up conversations with people in the you're Red Sox fan? Where are you from? Oh, I'm from Rhode Island. Oh, I'm from Massachusetts. Blah blah blah. Same thing with Magic Bands.
Yeah.
It's an identification of who you are. What are you a fan of? What's your home resort? Who's your favorite character?
It's fantastic. Those lounge slide backpacks all the girls wear.
Right.
With all the characters. Sarah has a Figment one, and people come up to, I love your Figment backpack. And
where'd you get it? Blah, blah, blah. Of course. It's a conversational piece. Yeah.
Yep. But I don't know. You have anything else?
No, this was pretty short. We kept it to under 7 hours this week.
Yeah, we didn't have the as much of a preamble as we usually do.
Yeah, that's true.
If you're not throwing 8 irons, then we don't have a lot to talk about, do we?
Yeah. When I'm not angry about my golf game.
I was going to say that UConn's bowl eligible. That's pretty nice. If you want to talk about.
I mean, they're bowl eligible before Florida is.
Yeah.
You watch that game apparently, right?
I watched some of it. Yeah.
No, I was at Costco and I was thinking about that game.
Okay.
The third stringer walk on from Yale.
Mm-hmm.
Did it look like he was throwing a balloon? Did it look like he was just winding up and throwing it and it went 7 feet?
Can you imagine though? Last year you were playing against Dartmouth and Brown, and now you're going against Georgia.
Yeah, that's what they were saying. Like this kid, like he grew up in Florida. He was a Florida fan.
Yeah,
And you're going to be the third stringer, like holding the clipboard.
that's perfect.
That's perfect. And
Yeah.
he gets thrown in against Georgia, that defense.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
And I'll tell you what, he had a sack. I mean, he threw some decent passes.
Yeah, it's just tough. The talent level is just not there.
He had a field goal, and he tied the game at 20. Like, overall, I think he played pretty well.
Yeah,
Now,
I mean,
with that being said, I don't think they can win another game with him moving
No,
forward.
I mean
they're not going to score any points with this kid, but
because both their guys are out, right? I
Mhm.
mean, that's not good. That stinks when that happens. That's,
yeah, you don't like to see kids. I mean, they're trying to make it into the pros. They're trying to make a living. You don't ever want to see kids.
No, and plus the rest of
Yeah,
the team now is demoralized. It's not like in
Right.
the NFL when your third string quarterback's actually a good
Yeah,
player.
he used to be a starter at Florida or Georgia or whatever. Yeah, he could play a little bit, like a third stringer walk on at a college, which
Not
goes to
good.
show how far removed everything is. Like a starter at Florida, starting quarterback at Florida is good,
Right.
and a third stringer is terrible. Like you would think, like he would be halfway decent.
I mean, he probably is compared to normal people.
You and
but
I, right, yeah.
Compared to the SEC, no. Now we're going to talk nonsense at the end of the podcast. People are like, just shut up so we can get on with it. But I guess we could wrap it up. You know where to find us on all of our socials: Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, at WDWBTG. The website, WDWBTG.com. Our Facebook group, WDW Beyond the Gates Podcast Family. You can email the show, info at WDWBTG.com, Mike at WDWBTG.com, and Gary at WDWBTG.com. Of course, subscribe wherever you download your podcast. We do appreciate it. If you don't have anything else to add, I'm going to wrap it up, Mike.
All right, wrap it up, buddy.
All right, that's going to do it for episode number 553 of the WDW Beyond the Gates podcast. For my co-host, Mike, my name is Gary. Thanks so much for listening, and we'll talk to you again next week.
Now it's time to say goodbye to all our company. M-I-C
See you real soon.
K-E-Y.
Why? Because we like you.